Our team coverage of the overnight storm damage continues this morning. A school bus driver grateful for his safety after his bus flipped and got pinned underneath an RV. Christina Shalhoub is live in Trousdale County right now with a look at conditions on the ground there.
Yeah, Nicole, this story is kind of incredible, to be perfectly honest. It has been a really wild weather morning, Hartsville included in those areas that were hit really hard by this line of storms. You can see behind me here, look at this. What used to be a barn is now just a pile of rubble. And we've seen a lot of damage just like that all around this area. We are just off of Old Highway 25. I've got to tell you, I had to take 3 detours in order to get over here. Lots of trees down. We've got electrical crews behind us cutting trees down. We've got this barn here, and just to the side of this property is where Don Robinson, a bus driver, was in his bus when it was picked up and collided with another vehicle. Absolutely incredibly, he is okay, but we actually spoke to him about the experience. He's just thankful to be alive.
Next thing I know, I thought I was looking and the bus had done started looking at my barn instead of my house. It done turned on its side and moved, looking north and south.
Definitely a scary situation for Don and so many other people this morning. It was 6:03 a.m. when Hartsville went under that tornado warning, and we did see some rotation on our velocity tracker. So that was something, of course, we were paying very close attention to. And now it's a matter of cleaning up the damage to those places that the storms really hit, just like Hartsville here in Trousdale County. We'll be back with you guys in about half an hour with more on Don's incredible story and the cleanup still here in Trousdale County. Guys.
Christina, thank you so much. And Trousdale County took the brunt of the damage from those overnight storms. Let's go live to Elizabeth Lane, who has been seeing power crews working to get all this power restored. Elizabeth.
Nicole, good morning. And we're actually just a little bit up the road from where Christina was standing, where you just saw really a concentrated area of damage here. And power crews have been making pretty quick work of this here. You can see that they are trying to remove some of those trees and debris off of those power lines. But they told me at last check, everybody in this area is back online. So that's some good news here as they continue to work on Old Highway 25. Now, up and down this road, there are plenty of examples of how strong the winds were that were associated with this system. We've been talking about that. We've got 2 barns that were leveled. The owner of one told me everybody's okay, including her horse, but they have quite a bit of damage to clean up there. I spoke with a woman named Laura Jenkins. She lives just around the corner from here and told me she heard those wind gusts. She heard what sounded like a freight train. Those winds so strong she couldn't hold her storm door shut, so she got to her safe place and she heard something hit her house, but thankfully didn't see too much damage. She says though they were spared, she's thinking about her neighbors. Her husband left early this morning to try and help.
It's nothing for everybody up here to get together with chainsaws and help when they can. So, yeah, it's really close. I just think everybody needs to be weather, alert and know it can happen to anybody. It skipped over me this time, but I don't know about next time.
And Jenkins saying the same thing there. She's just so thankful that they were spared, but it's hard to see this damage, she says, knowing that they live right around the corner and that so many of her neighbors are in a very different position this morning. Reporting live in Trousdale County, Elizabeth Lane, News 2.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And I talked with the superintendent for Trousdale County Schools this morning. Clint Satterfield says they're grateful that this seems to be the only major damage impacting the school district, that school bus you saw earlier. And early this morning, they initially delayed the opening of schools, but then closed them when the sun came up.
After daybreak, when you can see the damage across the county and the facilities, like barns and homes and trees down, you could tell we would not have been able to run our buses today. But so far, we haven't had any reports of damage to buildings or damage to any other buses.
Satterfield says they're assessing road conditions to see if it would be safe for school buses tomorrow, but right now they feel school will be back in session.